Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Bobby Dean. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Bobby's World. Now, today's episode's sponsor is no other than Dr. Dre. I know what you're thinking, Bobby. You know Dr. Dre, not that Dr. Dre, but still Dr. Dre. Make sure to follow him on Instagram, guys. He's looking to mingle, ladies. He is single, okay? And his handle is at Kush Night, and it's not the regular night. It's gonna be NITE. So Kush, like, you know, the ganja that everybody likes in Cali, all right? So yeah, make sure to follow him, guys. Thank you. And let's introduce our amazing co-host for the show, Miss Miosha Bean.
Hey.
Yeah. Ooh,
hey.
tiny snaps and
claps.
Okay,
snaps.
Ooh, we're getting poetic. Yes.
Okay. Yes, I like this. Hi.
It's a peaceful intro.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Yes. The viewers love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Yes. It's a loving episode.
It's
you feel
the
love, guys?
I feel the love.
I hope it transcends through the speakers, through the views, all of it.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Because we love here, okay? Share the love. All right, so we're just gonna jump on into it because, you know, the industry, it's a tough place for everybody, and especially for women.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? I feel like just in general, cracking into the industry is always hard as hell. It's never gonna be easy for anybody, but I just feel like for women, there's always like a extra step that we gotta, you know, like, I don't know, it's just it's hard.
It's really hard out there.
How do you get people that you're trying to do business with to take you seriously?
You have to kind of be mean and very aggressive with it.
Right. Like, sometimes I feel like whenever I'm trying to get stuff done, like, I got to be very persistent.
Yes.
And I feel horrible about it because I'm sure that it's like, dude, like, this woman looks like all she cares about is her business. But it's like, well, yeah, I want you to know that I'm serious about my project.
Yes.
So I need you to take it serious. And I'm going to keep knocking on this door until you listen.
Absolutely.
I mean, what's your tactic? What do you do?
I used to be like, when I first started the whole, coming out here, I'm like, just be nice because I'm a nice person.
Yes.
And my mom would say, you
cut that shit out.
Yeah.
She's like,
knock
cut
it
out.
off. You're especially the industry you're in. You have to put your foot down and actually say, listen, this is we're not right now. I know we're friends, but this is a business, and this is business. Like, Miosha will come later. We'll talk later. Right. But right now we have a job to do, and be serious. And I didn't really understand that until I got walked over a few times, and then I actually, unfortunately, I think it's important to learn from that. For me, I learned a lot from that. I was like, yeah. Let me be more stern about what I'm, and stick by my guns and say, listen, no, this is what we're doing. And we're not playing. This is not a play. We're not playing around.
Right.
There's no flirting. This is
God,
business.
The flirting. How do you cut that out? Because for me, I've noticed, like, it doesn't matter if I get straight to business, some creep is going to still try to flirt in there.
Well, when you're beautiful, I mean, I think it's a blessing and a cursing, right? Cursed, because it's like, no, not everybody wakes up, Bobby, come on, are you kidding me? I'm serious.
Cut it out.
You wake up and you have a great life, so obviously men are attracted to you, especially in the power. You have a really great position that you have you do all these amazing things as a woman. Very, you're powerful at what you do, and you get it done. And I like what you're doing, and so guys obviously are attracted to that, and so they're not going to not say, hey, they're going to work with you, yes, but that's in the back of their heads is like, if I could just get in there,
I'm still gonna try just a little
pee hole, I'll take that. Yeah. So I mean, for me personally, I just have to. I get that a lot, but for me I get the whole. Are you? I get the whole. Are you gay because you're not a very feminine woman? No, I had to take on this position in the directing standpoint. I don't, I'm not, obviously you're girliest of girls, but I took on this position and I did wear the hats because it's a statement really of like, hey,
I'm in business.
This is not, I'm not here to This is not a flirtatious thing. This
Yeah.
is me. I want to get the job done and do a good job and then move on. But at the same time, I still get it. Regardless of what I swear I get it all the time. It seems like more so.
See, you're lucky at least like in that sense that it's like regardless you're gonna get the job done. I feel like with me, then when they see that I'm very like pushy and it's like, look, babe, there's no wiggle room for the flirting or for the anything.
Yeah.
Then my business opportunity, it's just like gone.
Really?
All the way gone. And it's like I don't know how to play nice. Like I'm not gonna fake flirt with you and I'm not gonna do that because guess what? Then when the project is done and when you see that we're not gonna go on a date, you still might pull the plug on my project. So for me, I'm like, I'd rather just lay it out up front. Like it's not happening. Let's just create some cool shit and let's get out there. But unfortunately for me, I have lost some business opportunities because of that. And then these are still people that, I mean, we still communicate or we're still friends on social media, but it's like, great. So you chose to flirt with me and to pursue that instead of making something with me. Like that's, of course, that's wild to me, but hey.
That's their loss.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. Like if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be in the first place. I'd rather something works out and it's, look, I can't stop their thoughts from whatever it's happening in their mind, but
you like, I can't stop myself from being irresistible.
Oh God. Oh jeez.
So if you like what you see, keep looking.
I swear I don't think. Well, thank you. I'll take that. But yeah, you can't stop that. It's always going to be something that occurs. I just think it's a way you have to look at it. Like it is there, like a whole, the people in this business, the men who are in a powerful position where they can do that. Yeah. So I think it's just good for us to, like you said, work together as women and
I 1,000% think
and that's, I mean, why not hire someone if you feel uncomfortable? Hire a woman,
honestly.
VP, hire a woman writer, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's why it's also really important for us to get out there so we can help one another and so that we can create the environment that we want to work in. Even for men, I know this is so complicated because you guys are always like, geez, like, well, I mean, if I like you, I mean, what do I do? I don't know about you, but for me, I would think like, dude, at least work on the project, finish it.
Yes.
Maybe see if you can keep a friendship going on after the project. And then if you want to flirt with me, give it a shot. But it's like, dude, why ruin something that could be pretty fucking magical? And like, why ruin that before it even gets to that? Like, that's crazy to me.
I agree. I remember being on a set and I met, it was a lot of, I was doing cameras and I was the only girl on camera. And everybody else were men. And there was this, makeup artist girl. She was a girl, and it was two makeup artist girls. They were girls, and we all stuck together. We had like a week, and we were all stuck together on the shoot. But we would get men say, "Oh, you guys are sexy," and just certain words and certain things like that. And obviously, we couldn't stop it because we're there, we're working, and we just had to kind of adjust and like laugh it off, like when really it's like, dude, really?
Right? No, like it's really uncomfortable, and you really want to be like, what the fuck? Like that's not okay.
Yeah, and they're just, it's like as if they'd never seen a woman before. And so it's funny, after the movie was over, we all still are really good friends, and it's like we're very supportive of each other. And we kind of talk about these things of how do we take certain things and make it a positive, like, okay, this happened, but how do we still continue in this business without letting that get to us or stop us from our journey? And,
Yeah. I mean, it's really unfortunate because I've even heard certain women say that they've left certain gigs or certain projects because of the harassment. That's really what it is, for the sexual harassment on set. Like, it was just a bit much, and it was just like, dude, like, I feel uncomfortable and I don't want to deal with this. Like, that's not okay. I've been on certain projects where the women have literally had people tell them like, well, I know you're in a relationship, but, and it's like that right there, the fact that you're acknowledging that this person's in a relationship and you're still continuing to make this type of comment, like that's not okay. Like, I don't know what would make anybody feel like that's a okay thing to do, but
no, it's not okay.
Yeah,
it's not okay. But I think we're getting there. I think we all are waking up. I think there's more women helping others. There's more women in film nowadays. Like, there's more like groups and workshops and things for women to feel like, a safe environment. But I'm not saying we hate men. I don't hate you. I love you so very much. Thank you.
Right.
So
no,
much.
men are amazing.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there has to be a change in certain environments that we work in.
I agree.
It's not just in film. It's in every
industry, really.
Every industry, yeah, for sure.
It comes down to that. I just feel like it's just taking a beat to kind of think about this and also putting yourself in the position to be like, dude, if I had a sister or a daughter, would I be comfortable with someone speaking to them like that? Like, someone recently made a comment to me that I felt like very uncomfortable about. And this was somebody that was like once upon a time married. And they even told me that their wife left a job position because they were in a predicament kind of similar. And then for that same person to turn around and like say something disrespectful to me like that, it's just like crazy to me. I don't know. My thing is just like, we can all get along. Hey, you can even pay each other a compliment if you want, if you feel like you gotta say something, you know, but it's just like, dude, like, it doesn't need to cross a certain line. You could literally just be like, hey, Miosha, hey, you look great today. I love that color on you. Boom, that's it. Simple. It doesn't need to be like a sexualized compliment. Like, God bless men. God bless the men who know how to compliment someone without taking it overboard. Like, we appreciate you guys, because there's nothing wrong with giving someone a compliment. Just don't do it overboard, you know?
Yes, I agree. 100%.
And then how do you feel about, do you have a hard time trying to network with other women or to create these bonds? Because I know for myself, because of the content of my work, it becomes a little harder. I am totally aware of that. I get it. That most people, or not most people, I'm sorry, most women will look at me a certain way before they want to work with me. And even for you, just in general, do you get that? And then maybe it's like in an opposite way, because I would think maybe they're like, oh, Miosha's like really like about her business.
Yeah, I get more so. A lot of women want to work with me for sure. I think it's because of like they see this whole masculine woman taking charge and on set with the camera and telling these guys what to do, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I get that, which is really, you know, really nice. But I tend to get a lot of, I work with everyone because I do cinematography. So people hire me for their filming services and stuff. So I'm always on set or whatever filming. So I get a lot of women. I had an interesting potential client. She called me and she was like, I want to do this. And it's going to be a group of women. It's about women empowerment. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm all for it. I love those jobs. And she's like, it's literally just like a discussion of there are 5 women talking. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. What I run into mostly is the whole money situation. It's like, I love to work with you, but you're just too expensive for me. So what I usually do for me, I'd say, so if it doesn't work out, but I was like, come to me when you have it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to go down on my prices. It's just, this is what I do for a living. Yeah. But it depends on the situation. Like if it's someone who I really think, if the project really speaks to me, then I don't mind. I don't mind doing it. Like if it's really important to me. But I don't really get men that much.
Men are usually just like, okay, that's your price. Let's go for it.
Yeah, men are pretty straightforward. I get a lot of men that want to like work with me, and they'll be like, sure, why not? And then it'll turn into like, I just wanted to like, you'll figure out like, oh, you just wanted to like meet me and stuff. It's not like a work thing. You're like,
that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
Hey, but sure, I'll take the money.
See, no, for me, it's not a money thing. Like, for instance, when I do work with women, usually, I mean, I guess they think I'm affordable. I'm like good. Within the budget, sure. But if anything, I think the men don't think that, which I'm like, that's odd, because I'm pretty sure that there's other models that are charging like $80 billion more. Like, not at all what I'm charging. But with women, for me, more so, it's just that, like, I think it's more of we have a little disconnect as far as like our content and what we're doing and stuff. And at least the men that I work with, they'll see me in the different like roles and different hats and everything. But whereas to women, I get more so like, this is what you do.
Oh, so they don't want to work with you.
Yeah, I won't get them. I won't meet as many open-minded women.
I see.
So that's why I'm like, what do you get? That like, or I would think that even like for you, like maybe that the fact that you're like on it, that could be a little intimidating to certain women.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too.
Do you ever get the like, just what do you call it? Just like maybe you guys bump heads or something because then they're like, oh, like, well, like
I'm trying to think. I've had a situation before, where I was on set and that happened.
Yeah.
And that was interesting. I was like, okay, woman to woman, really? Do we have to do this?
Right.
Like, it's just, there's so much more that we can do together versus separate. We're being, we're trying to come together here. And I like, my whole point of being a part of the women empowerment and women in films kind of thing involved in that stuff is to show that we do and we can work together.
I think that's really important.
It's very important.
It's very important. Yeah. Because I think most of the time people think like it's going to be catty. It's going to be like this. Like, no, we can be two creatives that come together and meet halfway to create this project.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you like to network with other women? Are you like a more of a social media kind of gal? Like that's your networking thing, or in person?
I like to, sometimes it's funny. I go to a lot of events. I think those are really interesting too. Like you meet a lot of people.
Like mixers or just
like events, whether it's to do with film, film festivals, and you meet people that are doing, and you see women who are doing the film or writers, and you just start strike up a conversation and talk, and you just connect. Or you go to like I went to an event recently, and it was a business event, and it was a lot of women. I think it was more so women. It was men, but it was
awesome.
Not as many men there. It was a lot. I mean, it was more women than anything. So all these women had their own businesses or started businesses. Like they want to start up and companies they want to do, whether it's in the entertainment business. So I made a lot of connections, and it was, for me, that's kind of how I meet people. Social media too. They hit me up, DMs, and then we meet in person. If you have a cool vibe, you're not creepy.
Creepy. Keyword. Don't be creepy online. Yeah. Oh, dude, I think that's, oh my God. Like that, no. That's a joke, but like, honestly, I do think that's also really important because that's a question that I also get asked a lot online. Like, how can I network with people online? And I literally tell them that right there. You want to be as approachable as possible. Don't be creepy online. Like, that sounds like a no-brainer, but like, for instance, like your profile picture, I feel like that speaks volumes, dude. Like if your picture is a celebrity picture or what is it, like a cartoon character or something like that, like I'm already not going to take you very seriously because I'm going to think you're like a spam account. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I don't know any professional person that has any of those that I just listed. They have a good picture or sometimes it's their business logo, like little things like this. Like I think these things are really important to remember when you're trying to do business online. Like if that's your goal, or even for instance, certain people that tell me like, dude, like I just want to date and maybe I don't get out much. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, hey, that's okay. Like that's me too. Like I'm usually working majority of the time and I for sure don't want to date somebody at work. So I'm going to probably meet somebody online, whether it's somebody that I've already worked with or et cetera, et cetera. But it's just like, your profile picture, dude.
It's everything. It's like a resume.
It really does. It's literally the first thing that people are going to be checking out. So it's like you gotta make it a good one. Make it, and it doesn't need to be a provocative picture or anything wild like that, because that's another thing people think, like it's gotta be sexy. It's gotta look great. No, depending on what you're trying to put out there, I feel like your profile picture should kind of
reflect you
with that. Yeah,
what you're doing.
Yeah. Do you ever pay attention to the bio? I pay attention to the bio.
I do. Yeah. And then there's people that send me invites or follow me that have private accounts. I'm like,
how do you feel? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, really I don't know how I feel about the private accounts. Like, unless you're somebody I physically met in person.
Right.
And then you're like, hey, BOBBi, like, will you follow me on Instagram? Like, let's follow each other.
Yeah.
Sure. But if I don't know you, I'm not going to be inclined to follow a private account.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a gem, right? Give them that one. Please, guys. Unless you're like seriously putting your page on private for a reason, like if it's just for kicks, like, dude, put that shit public, man. Let the world see what you got to offer, so like that you can network and mingle and make some friends. Like, I think that's important. I know on the other episode we mentioned like consistency on post.
Yes,
I think that's really important.
It's a resume, really.
It really is. Now, with your pictures, would you say every picture needs to be a professional picture? On
your Instagram or social media, period? I think it's good
like,
to. I will say it helps.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah.
It helps because I remember I took pictures on my phone. Like if you have an iPhone, 11 or whatever it is now, 12. Use that. It's good.
It's good quality.
Great quality picture. I think quality is key to having people follow. It's like shiny object. Ooh, I'm gonna follow that.
Yeah, no, literally, because I think God bless the people that think that they're gonna get follows with the certain quality of their pictures, but I'm just like, guys, you gotta literally put yourself out there like that. Like the way I like to think of it is like, okay, if this was a celebrity's page that I'm looking at, am I literally gonna want to follow them if all they're posting is a picture of their plate of food, and then it's not even a good picture, it's just blurry, it's all pixelated, shit, the room's dark, you're like, shit, why are you eating in the dark? Like little things like that, or hey, I mean, I'm guilty, I like to post my family on the gram, like even things like that. Like, do people really want to see your family a lot? Probably not. Like little things like that,
That's true.
And I think you do need to find what you're good at, which we mentioned in the other episode. Like, it's really important to also figure out, like, what's your thing, dude? Like, I mean, I have a lot of friends, whether you have like a clothing company or you want to get into photography or things like that. I feel like your content should kind of go with what you're trying to put yourself out there.
It's the whole branding thing. I mean, I'm all for it, and then again, I'm not all for it because I know people that say, well, if you don't do exactly what you're supposed to do, like for me, people put me in a category as a horror filmmaker. I'm like, that's not the only thing I do.
You're like, dude, I have so many other projects that I love and want to work on. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, and I don't mind that category, but I don't want to be put in that box.
Yeah,
because it kind of stifles me from taking other ventures. Like
Agreed.
I did this whole merch thing line that I launched, and a friend of mine was like, well, does it have anything to do with horror? I'm like, not everything has everything.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm a fucking filmmaker. You're like, I create.
Yeah, so it's all about creating content, but I try to keep it in the same vein as everything else, but doesn't have to be horror, it could just be, entertainment. Yeah. So I try to do that. But that, that helps.
Oh wait, so I know we like kind of briefly just touched on the whole bio thing, but I think your bio matters to some degree, because there's certain ones that I look at and I'm just like, dude, you want to do business with me, but your thing says RIP so and so and all kinds of gun emojis and I now I'm worried. I'm like, is that somebody that you worked with that passed away? Is that a relative that passed away? But I don't know, if people are dying kind of by you, I don't know if I want to do business with you. Like, that's a little scary.
Yeah,
that's a little scary. Like, I think things like that also matter. Be conscious of it. I'm not saying you can't have your loved one that passed away in your bio. I'm just saying that you just gotta be a little aware of what you're putting in that bio. Do professional links matter to you? Because for me, to some degree, they do. Like, if I can't see your professional work on your Instagram, I'm going to need at least one professional link that I, on my own, can find and just easy access. Wouldn't you?
I think that's
agree?
good. I think that's good too. I think professional link works for sure. But I think that, people are so lazy now, they don't want to actually Google
lazy,
your name
dude.
and do your stuff. It's like, just type my name in Google. It's 5 seconds.
Don't you ever get people that are like, how can I book you to do this one thing? And you're like, it says it in my bio.
Yes.
It says it right there, boo. Just read right there. Email so-and-so. Or click the link. Like,
or they'll like DM you, like, what's your email? You're like,
frustrating, right?
My page.
It's right there. It's right there. Do you take those people serious? Because to me, I can't take those people serious.
Not at all.
If you're already not following instructions, I'm like, ugh, like, is this what working with you is gonna be like? Like, please just follow instructions. I don't know.
I agree.
Any other tips that you might have? Because for
Tips
me,
for
those are
social
some
media?
of it.
Definitely, I think once you figure out what days or what's your most liked post or what days you post, kind of keep in mind of those days to try to post around that day.
I think that's really smart. Yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah.
And dude, there's so many like different tools on social media now that help you to see these things. Literally everything you just said. See what was your best time.
Yeah.
Who are the people that follow you the most? Like, what's your age group? Like, I know my age group is kind of all over the place, but I know, for instance, like, my viewers tend to be mostly men.
Yeah, same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Way more men than women.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is wild, huh?
Isn't that wild?
Mhm.
Oh, man. What do you think it is about your work that, like...
I think it's because I'm doing supposedly what is supposedly a man job. You know, camera operator.
I'm like, what would be a woman's job in the, like, what would they want you to do? Just like hair and makeup? Like, is that it?
I think. I don't know.
Have you ever gotten that? Have you ever come to set and they're like, okay, so like hair and makeup is over here. And you're like, no, boo, I'm here to shoot the shit. Like, get out the way.
I actually, yes, that has happened to me. I remember going on set and I met the guy and he's like, oh yeah, so you can get the coffee and the donuts. And I was just like, oh, actually, I'm on camera. He's like, oh,
you're like, yeah, honey.
Yeah.
Wrong job.
Yeah.
You could get the donuts and the coffee. And I like my coffee like this. Like, yo, what the fuck?
But then because we live in a society that, again, it's when we look, unfortunately, it's your first, people they look at you and they just.
But it's like, do you need to wear a fucking hat that says director? Like, do you need to be that obnoxious? Like, yo.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
For some people.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would just be a douchebag and just want to wear it just because. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm in charge. But that might be your Christmas present.
Thank you. Thank you. I would wear that fedora hat.
You want a little fedora hat that says director?
Sure.
I was gonna get you like a cap or something.
Sure, I'll take a cap that says director.
There we go. I got
Thank you.
You got it. Do you have a director's chair?
I don't yet.
You need a director's chair.
I would take so many photos.
Oh my
in that
god,
thing.
that'd be so fucking adorable.
Like,
are you taking it to set though? Are you gonna be like, ride it from home, guys? Don't sit on it. You got to dust it off every time.
I love that.
Don't sit there. Are you the director? No, can't sit here. Can't sit here.
Don't
sit there.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my stomach. Oh. Yeah, I need to do that. I'm gonna get. Yeah.
There we go. I got you. Then there will be
no miscommunication.
None. Like you can't not see that I'm the director. It says right there.
You ever been places where like clearly they know your name, but it's like they'll screw it up. You're like, really? Because I'm a woman? Does you think you just okay? Got it. Or you say, hi, I'm Miosha. And they're like, yeah, Yoshi? Nice to meet you. Because you just...
I always get to shake my hand. Oh, Bonnie? Bonnie? Dude, I didn't even... Bonnie? I didn't... Do I look like a fucking Bonnie?
Oh, my God.
I'm not Bonnie.
That's so funny.
Always Bonnie.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's not Bonnie. I know that's really girly, but no.
Bonnie.
It's not Bonnie. It's BOBBi.
Wowzer.
BOBBi. Let's get that right.
If you were a man... you would not get that.
Of course not.
There's a difference. It's just what it is. There is a difference.
There is a difference. For me too, what I get also, which that's so fucking sad. Anytime they hear that, they're like, oh, like let's say if they see my necklace, then they're like, oh, is that your boyfriend? Why does it have to be my boyfriend?
Yeah.
What if I had a child? What if that's my son? What if that's my daughter? What if it's like, you know what I mean? Like, why does that automatically have to be a partner? Like, is that what people do? Like,
because you're a woman. The whole thing
I gotta
too.
only be about a partner. Like,
yes.
Jesus,
that
like,
goes.
Fuck, I got other shit going on. Like, fuck you, asshole. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it goes. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Like, what are we gonna do, Miosha?
I don't know. I feel like we just have to
take
educate
over the world.
People. Yes,
like,
that
take over the world.
Take over the world. Yeah, one day at a time.
One day at a time.
We're gonna definitely do this.
Yes, but yeah, I don't know. I think that it's really important for us to have these conversations and to get it out there for women to support other women.
Please.
And be a little friendly, dude. If someone's trying to network with you and they have like some really cool stuff that they want you on board, like network. It's okay to be friends with women. Peace. You don't have to be so aggressive. And gentlemen, don't be creepy.
We love you though, but
very much so. Don't be creepy, please. Yeah.
It's not attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, tell them one more time where they can follow you.
Okay. You can follow me at on Instagram, Miosha Bean Official. That's MEOSHA Bean BEAN 1. And that's, you can Google it, all that, and it'll come up.
She's official, guys.
Yeah.
She's fancy. Follow her online. But no, seriously, she's got some amazing projects coming up, and she has some amazing projects on her pages. So please make sure to subscribe to her YouTube channel and follow her on the gram. And before the show is done, let's give a wonderful thank you and a major shout out to this episode's sponsor, Dr. Dre. Make sure to follow him on Instagram because he's looking to socialize with you, the viewers. He wants to see you guys on that page. And tell him BOBBi sent you. His Instagram is Kush Knight. That's KUSHNITE. And thank you for tuning into BOBBi's World. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm BOBBi, the host of BOBBi's World, the newest podcast to hit YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. So, in honor of this new venture, I am also offering a shout-out promotion where you guys can get featured on my podcast. So, I know what you're thinking, BOBBi, what if I don't live in the state of California where you film your podcast? That's okay. Don't worry about it. You will be with us virtually here in spirit. And how? So throughout this promotion, I will be offering a free shout out to you on my podcast that will be featured not just on the actual video footage, but you will get a shout out on our Instagram, our SoundCloud, our Spotify, and literally every single page that is connected to this podcast. So if you're interested in promoting your business or your personal Instagram, because who doesn't want more followers? So if this is something that interests you, contact me and let's get started.